You want to know who your real enemy is? It ain't your boss. It ain't your ex. It ain't your ex. It ain't the economy, the system, the people who doubt you. Your real enemy? Look in the mirror. That's your competition right there. That's the person standing between you and everything you want. That person staring back at you. That's who you gotta beat. See, everybody out here talking about the competition, talking about beating the other guy, talking about who's ahead, who's behind, who's winning, who's losing. But real talk, the biggest battle you'll ever fight is the one happening inside your own head. It's you versus you. And right now, you're losing. I know that's hard to hear. I know you don't want to believe it, but check this out. How many times you told yourself you were going to wake up early? How many times you hit that snooze button instead? How many times you said you were going to start that business, start that workout, start that project, and then you didn't? How many times you promised yourself tomorrow, and tomorrow became next week, and next week became next month, and next month became next year? That ain't bad luck. That ain't circumstances. That's you, beating you. Listen to me. There's two versions of you. There's the person you are right now, and there's the person you know you could be. And every single day, every single moment, those two versions are at war. One of them wants to grow. One of them wants to stay comfortable. One of them wants to push. One of them wants to quit. One of them wants to rise. One of them wants to hide. And whichever one you feed, that's the one that wins. Right now, today, in this moment, which one are you feeding? Because let me tell you something. That voice in your head telling you to take it easy. That voice saying just this once, or you deserve a break, or it's too hard, or you're not ready. That voice is a liar. That voice is the enemy. That voice is the version of you that wants to keep you exactly where you are. Small, safe, stuck. And if you keep listening to that voice, if you keep letting that version of you win, you're gonna wake up one day and realize you wasted your whole life fighting the wrong battles. You've been worried about what they think. You've been worried about what they say. You've been worried about competition that don't even matter. Meanwhile, the real fight, the only fight that actually matters, is happening right inside your own chest. See, here's what I know. I've seen people with all the talent in the world, all the resources, all the opportunities, and they still ain't make it. You know why? Because they couldn't beat themselves. They couldn't get out of their own way. They couldn't silence that voice. They couldn't discipline that weakness. They couldn't overcome their own excuses, their own fears, their own doubts. They had everything they needed to win, except the ability to beat the person in the mirror. And I've seen people with nothing. I mean nothing. No advantages, no connections, no resources, no talent. And they made it. You know why? Because they won the battle with themselves. Every single day, they got up when they didn't feel like it. They pushed when they wanted to quit. They sacrificed when they wanted to indulge. They stayed disciplined when they wanted to slack off. They beat themselves. That's the secret nobody wants to tell you. Success ain't about beating other people. It's about beating the version of you that wants to give up. The version of you that wants to sleep in. The version of you that wants to take the easy road. It's about looking that version in the eye and saying, not today. Not today. You know what the crazy part is? You already know what you need to do. You already know. You got the answers. You got the blueprint. You got the plan. You just ain't doing it. And the reason you ain't doing it is because the weak version of you is winning the fight. The version that wants comfort over growth. The version that wants pleasure over progress. The version that wants easy over excellent. That version is in control. And until you take control back, nothing changes. So let me ask you something. How much longer are you going to let that version win? How much longer are you going to negotiate with yourself? How much longer are you going to make deals with your own weakness? I'll start Monday. I'll do it after this. I'll get serious next year. Stop. Just stop. Every time you make one of those deals, you lose. Every time you negotiate with your own mediocrity, you lose. Every time you let yourself off the hook, you lose. And the sad part, the only person who knows you lost is you. Nobody else sees it. Your friends don't see it. Your family don't see it. The world don't see it. But you know. You know when you didn't give your best. You know when you held back. You know when you took the shortcut. You know when you quit on yourself. And that knowing, that's what eats at you. That's what keeps you up at night. That's what makes you feel like something's missing. Because you're living below your potential, and you know it. You're settling, and you know it. You're capable of so much more, and you know it. But knowing ain't enough. You gotta do something about it. You gotta wake up tomorrow and beat the version of you that wants to sleep in. You gotta sit down and do the work, even when the version of you that wants to watch TV is screaming. You gotta say no to that temptation. Even when the version of you that wants instant gratification is begging, you gotta choose the hard right over the easy wrong. Every single day. That's the battle. That's the war. And it never ends. Never. But here's the beautiful part. Every time you win that battle, you get stronger. Every time you choose the disciplined version, that version gets more powerful. Every time you beat the weak you, the strong you levels up. And eventually, if you keep winning, if you keep choosing growth over comfort, discipline over desire, progress over pleasure, eventually, that strong version becomes who you are, not who you're trying to be, not who you pretend to be, who you actually are. And when that happens, when the champion version of you is in control, that's when everything changes. That's when you start waking up without an alarm. That's when you start doing the work without negotiating. That's when you start becoming the person you always knew you could be. But you gotta earn that. You gotta fight for that. You gotta beat yourself into that. Nobody can do it for you. No coach, no mentor, no motivational speech. Not even this one. All I can do is remind you of what you already know. You are your biggest obstacle. You are your greatest enemy. You are the only thing standing between you and everything you want. So what are you gonna do about it? You gonna keep letting the weak version win? You gonna keep making excuses? You gonna keep negotiating? You gonna keep settling? Or are you gonna finally decide that enough is enough? You're gonna look yourself in the mirror and declare war on mediocrity? You're gonna stop being your own worst enemy and start being your own biggest champion? Because that's what this is really about. It ain't about being perfect. It ain't about never messing up. It ain't about winning every single battle. It's about fighting. It's about showing up. It's about refusing to quit on yourself. It's about waking up every day and choosing the version of you that's going somewhere, the version that's building something, the version that's becoming something, the version that refuses to waste another day, another hour, another moment, being less than you're capable of. That version is the real you. Everything else is just noise. So turn off the noise, silence the excuses, reject the weakness, and step into the arena with yourself. Because this fight, this war, this battle between who you are and who you could be, this is the only fight that matters. And you can win. But you gotta start today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Today, right now, this moment, you versus you. Who's it gonna be?